guys are just on the outside trying to get in there. So, or the opposite. This is a fun chord where you got the 9 in there already and you keep it there. So now we're going to get in trouble. So we're going to get, but we're going to try. This line's going. This one sounds pretty musical, fellas. This isn't bad. Nothing. C7, G9. We'll keep the bass. Maybe we won't. Let's try it over here. Always good to try things on different string sets. Now we got a slant bar again, and we can't hold the bass down. Just so we don't, again, always feel we're stuck with the same voices, whatever we played every time. Try some new lines. Listen to George Gershwin's orchestral works, the 3 big ones. Rhapsody in Blue, Concerto in F, and American in Paris. You hear a lot of this kind of harmony in there where it sounds like blues and classical music at the same time, which is really outstanding. Just be patient though, don't expect, to be blown away with some high energy or something right away. Forgive me, those of you who know all these things when I say them. I don't presuppose that nobody knows any of this, but since I don't know each one of you, listen to you.
I'm telling you the truth. I mean, we basically come from simpler things.
Yeah. G9. This is G7. I bet a lot of you guys know this chord. A7. A7. Seems like a throwaway chord, where you went to my blues. I mean, this doesn't seem like a chord you'd be proud to play, but maybe that's true. But if we put a 9 in there, she don't sound so bad. She does not. She does not. At the end of the second phrase. For A7, Scotty Moore, that Elvis music. You hear all this kind of stuff. Sometimes Scotty lifts this off and gets the B or something, so it sounds like this. So this chord in all blues, let's see, we were looking at. Yeah, we should talk about this chord. This isn't too bad. All that is a close harmony, meaning tight. Everybody close. Version of this. G9, the companion chord is D minor 9. Every dominant has a companion, a 5th up is a minor type. Wes Montgomery being the main practitioner of this art amongst guitarists who've lived so far that are somewhat well known, is the cat. You hear him always sneaking that minor on the 5th in with his dominant. He might play a G7, which is beneath him harmonically, he wouldn't live on this, but he might get it in a phrase with. It doesn't sound so bad when you mix in the D minor 7s, G7. So up here for all blues, these basic chords, this is the G7 chord I was talking about, that 9. This is the close harmony form. In order to get towards that, we got to move those outer voices.
The 9 are you adding with the G on the G string?
That's right, on the G string right here. Yeah, this is G7 if you go like this. It's a tough chord. It takes a lot of practice for most of us to get it. I admit to having practiced on these chords a long time because I couldn't play them, man. I just couldn't get them. It was disappointing in the extreme when I used to first try these chords. It didn't change for a long time, but finally you get them and keep after them. This is G7, G9. This is nothing. This is, I mean, it's something. It's a beautiful thing, but it's really not a chord in the sense of that we thought of the name of the chord. We just moved the bass line down and the melody up and left the middle voices where they were, so you get, normally that's called an A2, right? It has a 2 instead of a 3. A2, but this thing has so many other names. chords, we call those lines, moving lines or linear chords. This is G9, this is G9, this is something in between. Ask your teachers about this stuff. You know, when I'm gone, a lot of the guys who teach you know about these things in their own way. Moving the bass, take my chances. See, now there I got in trouble. No, I want to. I played the song enough. Good for you guys to see me get in trouble so you know what happens. Even when you've been playing a long time, you're still going to get in trouble if you take chances. Gotta just concentrate and see the melody. Sort of making up a new melody on the C and that. Doing this bit, and this is
That's a pedal tone.
yeah, the pedal tone beneath it. You could have two of the same note. If you just take some of these concepts, apply them to your own favorite songs, favorite pieces. You don't have to work on this song, of course. It's a nice little song to try. So, C major 7, G11. So we're going G7, C major 7, G11. That's what a chord book would show, G7, C major 7, or maybe this one, and G11. But it doesn't sound right for this song in those forms because we don't have the right melody. But if you start out with this fingering, G7, where it looks like a minor 7, but just put this in front, and switch to this finger, you have your C major 7. If you want to shade it differently, you just think about what are the slight differences you could make in a chord like these. C7 in the middle, C6 to G11 flat 9. That'd be like the ballad version or something. It sounds so sad compared to the other. Another style of music. Probably I'm forcing for this tune. She doesn't want all that. I don't know about that. It's there, hiding in the cracks if we visit those cracks. 5 of 5, G at 9, A7, D7 sharp 9. So we've got. This is the 1. Here's your G chord stop. This is G at 9. With a 9 C in there, and then moving it down. Here's A7. From this little 4-note form. A lot of chords I'm playing are fragments of other chords. It's the same. You're kidding me. It's these top. Word by the Beatles, 1963.
Yes.
A couple years before Jimmy.